All right, so today we are going to be hitting the legendary Mike Mentzer's back day, or no, not back day, push day. Now, he didn't really have that kind of a split. He did chest, back, arms, and then shoulders, but I'm doing it a little differently. But I'm still hitting the same workouts he would hit for chest, and then he would hit for tris. So for chest, he did one set of pec deck, or pec flies, whatever you want to call it, till failure, and he aimed between 6 to 10 reps, and then he superset it with a heavy set of a pressing movement, whether it was incline Smith, chest press, and he aimed for 1 to 3 to failure. Now he did specify that those aren't magic numbers. If you get a little more, a little less, nothing wrong with that. Now he believed in volume, like volume was not it. Like he believed that low volume, high intensity was the real way to most efficiently grow muscle. And he believed that pretty much anything else was just counteractive and you weren't going to get the results you wanted. And the reason he believed that is because he believed that, I know I'm saying believed a lot, but he said that you don't need that much to really stimulate the muscle. And after you do, you got to give it time to rest. So he believed that, holy shit, I keep saying it. But he said that you want like 4 to 7 days in between each workout, and it's been 4 days since I last worked out legs. His split also included 2 leg days, so it was chest, back, legs, arms, and shoulders, and then legs, and then you repeat. And in between those days, you have 4 to 7 days of rest. So that's what I will be doing today. We're going to start off with chest, but anyway, so for tris, we are going to be doing the same thing almost. He did these till failure, the tricep pushdowns, supersetted with weighted dips. Now, if you can't do weighted, then he did body weight dips or assisted dips, but really slowly. And that's another thing he specified on every single movement is controlling the negative, a little pause, and then the eccentric as well. Now, yeah, I'm not in gym attire. Don't worry, I'll change. But I'm excited to see the pump that this can get me. He also believed that the pump, people chasing the pump during a workout, they're not optimal. That's not what you want to see.
Don't make the mistake of gauging or evaluating the success of any one of these workouts based on pump or soreness. They are not important. If getting a pump was clear, undeniable, irrefutable proof that growth was stimulated, then all those knuckleheads I see down at Gold's Gym in Venice were right down the street from my office. These guys would have 39-inch arms by now because they've been getting pumped every day, twice a day, even 3 times a day for years.
So Mike Mentzer, he believed that warm-up sets were extremely important. He didn't really believe in stretching, because he said, I mean, he doesn't talk against it, but he just said you get enough simulation and stretch and just warm up just by hitting lighter sets of the movement you're doing. So that's why I just did that. And yeah, so now we got one warm up set in, and we're gonna raise the weight now to really target chest. Because when you do pressing movements like that, you're hitting a bunch of other shit like shoulders and tris, which is why he did this set first to really isolate the chest first and then destroy it with the next thing. So same principle applies to the tricep thing I was talking about. So we're going to do a full set here, 6 to 10 until failure. And we're going to run over to the Smith machine and finish off chest with that. So easy peasy. All right, we're gonna run over. He also stressed a little closer because that helps target pecs more, the upper pec anyway. All right, we got chest done. We're gonna take a couple minutes and move on to tries. So we'll go into that. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the tricep push down. This one doesn't have too much weight, which is, we'll see how it goes. But you had a couple things about the tricep push down. It has to be like perfect. You have to be around straight. Don't like bend your back and stuff, which is something I used to do. And no bouncing around, no jerking the movement, because you're not gonna get stimulation and it could hurt your joints. So what we wanna be doing is, it's kind of hard to do it with the hat because it gets in the way, so I'll put it down in a second, but kind of like that, which is kind of common sense, but yeah. So we're gonna do that and then superset it with weighted dips. All right, I have one plate on. We're aiming for 1 to 3, really slowly and control. Okay, all right, we got 4, but that's fine. Next time we're gonna raise the weight about 5 pounds. Now we're gonna finish off with just lateral raises and we're gonna check the pump. This is pretty straightforward, so I don't need to not talk too much here. We're just doing lateral raises. He believed this was the #1 shoulder exercise because just general attractiveness, wider clavicles are, they're one of the top things, and you can't really change that. It's all genetics. You're not going to change your freaking length here. So the only way you can is to add some muscle on the side delt. So this is what he believed was the #1 exercise for doing that. So we're just going to do 1 set to failure and call it. And we're going to see how this pump looks. Nope, that's a little too much. I want to be able to get, again, 6 to 10 to failure, slow and controlled. Okay. All right, that's good. Let's go check this pump. See how Mike Mentzer made us look today. Okay, found this spot. I think it's a little better. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, so workout complete. I've got to say, I enjoyed that. It was a great workout. I didn't overdo and do junk volume. I'm not saying that that doesn't work, but I do personally think that this is the most optimal way. One thing I do think Mike Mentzer got wrong is that this is the only way to do it. That's just one thing I believe. I think that you got plenty of options on how this might not work for everybody, but it works for me. I've been leaning towards this stuff more because I first started off doing a lot of volume. I still did everything to failure, which is what he does, but I think anything like not to failure is stupid. Like whoever came up with that reps in reserve is just retarded. Yeah, that's got to be the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Reps in reserve. So yeah, we're not doing that shit, but sorry, give me 1 second. So anyway, I started to get like burnt out from that. Not just physically, but mentally, it was just draining. So what I did do is at that point in time, up until just a couple days ago or a couple gym sessions ago, I was doing the Sam Sulek split, the chest, back, arms, legs, which I very much enjoyed because I didn't really like being in the gym long. And if all I had to do was chest, it took me 20, 30 minutes to finish that. So I would just do that and get the hell out. But now I started to enjoy more, and now I'm more efficient because one of the things that prompted me to do this split is I need bigger legs, guys. It is just comically bad of how small my legs are. So that's something that prompted me to do that. And on top of that, back to what I was saying. So after I started to implement Mike Mentzer's training, I was still going every day, but this time I lowered it down to 2 to 3 sets. And then a month or two later, I lowered it down to 1 to 2 sets. And again, here I am still doing the failure like every single day. And then I started to do I added more rest days. Maybe I did chest, rest day, back, rest day, arms, rest day, legs, rest day. So that's something I was doing. But now I pretty much switched to Mike Mentzer's training. I do have it a little differently. He does, as I said, chest and back, legs, arms and shoulders, legs, and repeat. But here I'm doing push, legs, pull, legs. So it's very similar. I don't have full 4 to 7 days. I usually take 2, maybe 3 days. Could I add more? Yes. But am I really feeling that fatigued at this point in time when I go to the gym? No. Maybe I will add that in the future, but I don't feel the need to add it. And another thing that I don't really have too much information on, but just from experience, he personally said that closer grip on the bench press, it hits like upper pec more. But I was always under the impression that the closer your grip, the more tries it hits. Because when I was on the weightlifting team for school, that's how we hit tries, is close grip bench. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe he's wrong, I don't know. But overall, I really liked it. Let me know what you guys think of the pump, because I feel like that was great. And a lot of the information I got off of, I forgot the YouTube channel name. I think it's just Heavy Duty Training. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's basically all about Mike and Ray and Nautilus machines. I'll put the link in or this is the YouTube channel. And then I also get some information off of this Instagram page, Mike Mentzer Hit. You guys should go check them out. Yeah, I've got to say, I like this a lot. And one thing this is going to enable me to do is I have more time for the other stuff that's important in my life, like career-wise. I know I'm a freshman in college, but you know, I still got to start working. I still have school. And then I also got to be implementing on the days things like wrestling and jiu-jitsu training, which if I did this shit every day, I don't know how much energy I would have for those kind of things. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you want me to make another video like this for leg day and pull day, and then the other leg day, because they're 2 different ones. They're similar, but they're different. And maybe I'll make this a series, but I will catch you guys in the next one.